I tried. I tried. Those are the words Neymar said last night, on the pitch at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, seconds after Brazil were knocked out of the World Cup. No speech, no press conference, just 3 words that told you everything. He is 34 years old. He just played in his 4th World Cup. He never won one. Here is why that matters more than you think. Neymar is Brazil's all-time top scorer. 80 goals for his country, more than Pelé, more than every Brazilian who ever played the game. He has the Champions League with Barcelona. He has an Olympic gold medal. On paper, his career is one of the greatest in the history of the sport. But there is one thing he never got, and here is the part that still hurts. The closest he came was 2014. Brazil were the hosts. Neymar was 22 years old, the best player on the pitch at every game. Then a knee caught him in the back and fractured a vertebra. He did not play the semifinal. Brazil lost it 7-1 to Germany at home. You know what that result was called. You have seen the photographs of Brazilian fans crying in the streets. Neymar watched it from a hospital bed. He came back in 2018. Belgium knocked Brazil out in the quarterfinals. He came back in 2022. Croatia knocked Brazil out on penalties in the quarterfinals. Neymar scored. It was not enough. He came back this year, 34 years old, used mainly as a substitute, his body no longer carrying the weight it once did. Last night, he came on in the 67th minute against Norway. Brazil were already losing. He scored a penalty in stoppage time that made it 2-1. It was not enough. Erling Haaland had already scored twice. Norway were already through. And then it was over.
And then it was over. Not just the match, not just the tournament. Think about what 4 World Cups actually means. That is 16 years. 16 years of preparation, 16 years of hope, 16 years of carrying a whole country's expectation on one person's back. Brazil do not just want to win the World Cup. They believe they are supposed to win it. And for 16 years, that weight belonged to him. He did everything else, the goals, the records. But the one thing Brazil needed most never came. It started here at MetLife Stadium, he said last night. And I finished here. It is now over.
80 goals, 4 World Cups, 0 winners' medals. No player in the history of Brazilian football scored more for their country. No player carried more hope, and no player came closer to winning the thing that matters most in Brazil, without ever actually winning it. That is the story of the greatest Brazilian footballer of his generation, and it ended last night on a losing team, scoring a consolation penalty in stoppage time in New Jersey. The game has not changed. What it asks of people has. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot. You're welcome.